All right, welcome to another episode of Bowling Going, and this time we go back to my favorite series, Voyager, where we get to see Janeway and the others of the far reaches of the Delta Quadrant. And this one's called, I believe it's the Needle Point Eye.
Eye of the Needle.
Eye of the Needle, which offers some hope. And I'm going to give the synopsis over to Justin to tell us the main plot and the subplot, because I want to hear both.
All right, so in this episode, obviously we're once again exploring the story-centric aspect of this, obviously being in deep space. The whole crew is seeing it as an opportunity, but also starting to realize the downsides of it. Will we ever get back home? Etc., etc. And they come across Romulan, of all people, who has some issues with them, who may be the key to them being able to get home, but also at a fairly nasty price. Mm-hmm. But that's without giving spoilers. Also, there's a B story involving the Doctor. Should he be considering himself a member of the crew? Is he being too ornery? It's a whole mess. So, what I'm really having a bit of a love-hate relationship with Voyager is it's being very story-centric right now, which I should like. But the problem is I feel like it's story-centric told by 9 different people. And because of that, it's really hard to decide, okay, who's telling the best version of the story. And I'll be honest, for about the first 20 minutes of this episode, I wasn't even sure there was a story. Because it's more or less random conversation. The Doctor, who I love, but who's slowly starting to turn to favorite character. He's a complete sarcastic jerk, but he's a lovable sarcastic jerk.
It's an acceptable favorite character.
And Janeway obviously trying to remain the diplomat in terms of this tense situation. But really nothing's happening until we get to the Romulan and then possibly experimenting with this technology and trying to get back home. Then we get to the twist and we start seeing more of the tension. And it actually kind of becomes a better episode. But it takes so long to get there that it almost sort of diffuses as soon as it starts.
Well, it ends almost right around the time the twist is revealed. So it doesn't
thereafter, yeah.
A whole lot of time to really react to it.
Yeah, it's sort of going down the next-gen route of okay, 5 minutes, got to solve this. How do we do it? Wesley.
Well, yeah, you don't have Wesley in this one. Actually, Torres gets to be the one that gets to techno-babble her way out of the situation. So basically,
and I can at least believe that Torres would be smart enough to be able to piece that together.
Oh, yeah, she's smart.
But as a whole, I thought this was a better-than-expected Voyager episode. I just wish there was a bit more going on to give it more structure. Mm-hmm. I leave this one with a C+.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, Picardo as the Doctor is certainly my favorite character. I've mentioned that just about every time we've talked about Voyager. Because he's really the only character to write home about. I mean, Janeway is real hit or miss. She's all right. She was okay in this one. She didn't make any really stupid decisions.
She let her hair down.
She did let her hair down, and she had a Dear Diary moment, and that was fine. Honestly, I thought it was kind of a waste of a Romulan storyline, to be completely honest.
Well, it's kind of funny, when you bring up a time, and you'll see many stories that do, where you get to interact with the Romulans, and you have an instance of a story where you get to interact with a Romulan from, several, 70,000 light years away in space, over the radio, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not going to be
Big whoop.
Yeah, there are more certainly better ways to use your Romulans.
Yes, I think so. This one didn't totally wow me, but I didn't hate it. It was just kind of there. So I leave it with a C.
All right. Well, I'm pretty much on the same boat with you guys. I did like the subplot they touch on with the Doctor and kind of his function on the ship and his rights as an artificial intelligence. But this was treated as kind of a subplot, which we already see with Data. It comes up many times in Next Gen, obviously much more fleshed out, so I've seen that done better. And I thought the main storyline, it does take a while to get going. I did kind of like the twist, and I liked some of the interaction with the Romulan science officer. I mean, it's always good to see a few good Romulans, because, believe it or not, they're pretty rare. This guy was actually kind of a decent person, which
he was
usually.
He was trying to be helpful.
No, Romulans are the consistent enemies of the Federation.
Yeah,
more so than Klingons.
Yeah, actually, they.
Oh, wow.
Those are the top two.
You'll see it in TOS, but the Romulans were actually the first enemy of the Federation.
Really?
Oh, I actually thought they were developed for Next Gen. I didn't realize they were in TOS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, they actually show up before the Klingons do.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty old school stuff. But yeah. But this guy was one of the rare exceptions of good Romulan. Yeah, this episode was okay. They touch on some character stuff, but I think they could have done more. It's a C+ for me too. Well, I mean, this is where we do our wrap up. I guess for the last 4 series, what do you guys think overall? You guys still your opinions on the series fluctuating?
Well, the Deep Space one was bad.
Yeah,
This
I
time.
remember.
It was
This
not the
time.
first there.
Q1.
Yeah, this was not.
I think I'd give it to TOS this round.
Yeah, TOS was the only really good one. I don't think Next Gen was good.
Oh, that's right. Next Gen
This was not a good month for it.
for Trek.
But
overall.
TOS was the best one
Consistently
of this bunch.
Still
for
pretty
sure.
fun. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did enjoy Sherlock Data, but
Oh well, you'll,
evil you can't top Evil Kirk.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, even when TOS is bad, at least it's like campy bad.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sort of give it kind of a
Credit.
pass for
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good. At least you can always, like I said, you can always look forward to it. And
I do.
I've been consistently saying like it's got to be hard to be disappointed in TOS because, right? If it's bad, at least it can still be cheesy bad. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we still got a while to go. We're still pretty early in a lot of these seasons.
Yeah.
So Next Gen, you got a couple interesting episodes coming up.
Alright.
I don't know if I'd say they're good, but there are some interesting
But something
ones.
to talk about.
Some staples of later things to come.
Okay.
But next time we'll go back to TOS and
More camp.
more camp. I just don't know if it's going to be a good one or not. Because I think there is an episode of TOS coming up that I don't like very much
Oh.
in the near future. But
Oh
well,
my.
and they're rare, so I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. And I guess that'll be the wrap up. So if you guys have seen this one of Voyager, let us know what you think. And if you're excited about some other episodes in the near future, let us know about that too. And we'll sign off.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, guys.
Take it easy.